Mental emotional health. Target 1A, describe factors that influence self-esteem. And target 3A, explain the relationship between physical, mental, emotional, and social health in determining an individual's level of wellness. So what is wellness? Well, wellness is made up of three parts: physical, mental, emotional, and social. The physical health is the overall condition of the body. For example, nutrition, sleep, exercise, safety, all those good components. Then the mental emotional side of the triangle deals with solving problems such as conflict management, self-esteem, and stress. And the third part of the triangle is the social health, how you interact with others, such as speaking and listening skills and relationships, whether peer relationships or relationships with family. So let's take a look at wellness. Wellness is the state of balanced health over a period of time. In order for the triangle to work, you need all the parts to work together. So you need the mental, emotional side to work, the social side to work, and the physical side all to work together. So if you are a person that eats a lot of junk food, maybe you gain a lot of weight. Well, when a person's overweight, they usually aren't very social because of the fact that people have made fun of them from the mental emotional side. And so when people have made fun of them, they're not going to want to talk to people. Therefore, let's start going through this triangle. The physical component, the overeating, lack of exercise, poor nutrition. If we take away this part, we then once again go upon the mental emotional health. You're not going to feel good about yourself. People make fun of you. You feel down, depressed. This side of the triangle collapses. Then the only part that you have left is the social. And when you feel down and you don't want to do anything and people are making fun of you, you don't want to talk to people. You don't want to have relationships. So all three of these need to fit together in order for you to be healthy. And that's what we call wellness. So let's focus in on self-esteem. As 7th graders, we realize what self-esteem is and how it changes on a daily basis. So, self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. It's usually based upon feedback from others, the media, and family. It can be positive self-esteem and negative self-esteem. If you think about it, it's like a roller coaster. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're crying. Next day you're happy again, the following week you're sad. And this happens during the middle school years and in the high school years because the hormones are starting to work, become greater, start entering the human body, and all these changes start occurring. And then we go back and look upon that feedback from others, and we look at the media and what the media has to say about us. And then we get our family influences, and we get our friends' influences as well. And this all goes back to self-esteem and how we view ourselves. If we take a look at traits of high self-esteem, we know that people usually feel good about themselves. They take proper care of their body, they take proper care of their mind, and they're confident. They're not cocky. There's a difference between that. Being confident, knowing that you can do those abilities. Being cocky is going out and bragging about that. We also know traits of low self-esteem. Always being negative. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Because they refuse to try because of failure. Maybe it's happened in the past. I don't care attitude. I don't care about this. I don't care about school. I don't care about science. I don't care about basketball. They might always worry about what others think. What's Johnny going to think if I wear this? What is Sophia going to think if I wear glasses? What are they going to think if I raise my hand and answer a question? And abusing mind and body, whether it's using drugs or alcohol or harming themselves. So we usually see problems with low self-esteem in teens, and here's what some of them include. Eating disorders. And teens that have just start going through eating disorders usually have a poor self-image of themselves. Now there's a difference between self-image and self-esteem. Remember, self-esteem is how you think about yourself. Self-image is how you think you look. Two different things there. Drug abuse, crime, dropout, and teen pregnancy. Now all these tie together. Now we know eating disorders can start as early as 3rd grade. Yes, that's 9 years old. Think about the media. Think about the friends or your peers. Go into drug abuse. Why do people take medicine? Medicines are drugs, so they can feel better. Whether it's a headache, whether it's for another condition, they take this medicine so that way they can feel better. Well, people abuse drugs so that they can feel better as well. Whether it is alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, heroin. Well, that then leads to crime, because drug abuse costs money. And as a teenager, you're really not getting paid a lot for a job. So what are you going to do? You're going to commit a crime. Burglary, a robbery, whatever it might be, selling drugs in order for you to make money so you can keep this drug habit alive. We often see teenagers drop out of school. They can't handle this anymore. They don't know how to deal with this. And then we see teen pregnancy. Girls becoming pregnant because of the fact that they want someone to love them. And they feel that if they become pregnant, that guy, that boyfriend, that person is going to love them because now they have a baby. And it turns out, not true. Most of the time, about 80% of the time, those boyfriends will leave. So what does that leave mom? As a teenage mother with no job. And you're still attending school. So we put all these problems together. And then let's think about one more thing. Suicide. As we look at suicide here, we think about all these problems put in here in a way that someone cannot seem to escape. A way that all their problems seem to just keep on growing. They don't have a way to release them. Imagine this. Take a Coke can or a Sprite or a 7-Up, whatever you want, carbonated beverage, and shake it up. As you shake it up, you feel all that pressure inside. And then if you were to open that up, what happens? It explodes, right? Same thing happens to people as well. We don't physically explode, but our feelings do. We get all these emotions, all these problems, low self-esteem. It's all bottled inside of us. And then finally someone sets us off. They say something wrong to us. And what do? We want to hide in the corner. We want to go ahead and commit suicide. We want to go ahead and commit crimes. Rage against other people. So these are some of the problems that we see with low self-esteem, especially with teenagers. Now, how do we go ahead and build self-esteem? And we're going to talk about this throughout this year. So how do we do this? Well, one, we set realistic goals. Oh, sounds easy. Many of us set goals that are very far-fetched. I want to be in the NBA. I want to be the President of the United States. We need to set realistic goals. They can be short-term, long-term, and we'll talk about that at another time. Also, you need to ask for help when needed. Everyone needs help at one point or another. Just have to ask. The big one, accept that no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. That's a part of learning. That's a part of growing up. That's just being human. Think positively. I know I can get that grade. I know I can make that team. I know I can do well in this group. Good things will come if you think positively. And then finally, focus on what you're good at. Take those things. Look at that. You're good in art. Continue with that. Show your artwork. Show what you can do. If you're good at basketball, take that out on the court. If you're good being a friend, continue to do that. Make new friends. We want to build self-esteem. We don't want to tear it down. All right, that's it for this lesson today. We'll take a look at stress coming up.